Players like Caitlin Clark don't come around very often. Some athletes are labeled once-in-a-generation talents, but even that description feels too small for what we're witnessing. According to several former NBA stars, no player in either NBA or WNBA history has entered the professional ranks under this level of scrutiny, expectation, and nonstop attention. One of the strongest opinions came from Robert Horry. He pushed back against the idea that Clark should simply wait her turn before receiving respect. Horry argued that when a player has this kind of impact, the old rules no longer apply. Generational talents change the game from the moment they arrive, and expecting them to stay in the background makes little sense. Paul Pierce shared a similar perspective. Having experienced enormous pressure throughout his own Hall of Fame career, he acknowledged that Clark is carrying a level of attention unlike anything he remembers seeing. Every game is analyzed, every foul becomes a headline, and every performance sparks another debate across television and social media. That spotlight, he suggested, is the price that comes with becoming the face of a league almost overnight. Kevin Garnett took the conversation in another direction, never one to sugarcoat his opinions. Garnett criticized the physical treatment Clark has received on the court. He argued that the league should do more to discourage unnecessary flagrant fouls and protect its biggest attractions, emphasizing that stars who help grow the sport deserve consistent officiating and accountability. Former NBA players have also highlighted the financial impact Clark has had. Hall of Famer Rick Barry pointed to increased television exposure, larger crowds, and improved business opportunities surrounding the league, arguing that her popularity has benefited everyone involved, rather than seeing her success as a threat. He believes players and league officials should recognize the value she brings to women's basketball. George Gervin echoed that sentiment by comparing Clark's influence to the effect Tiger Woods had on golf. According to Gervin, certain athletes attract fans who might never have watched the sport otherwise, creating opportunities that extend far beyond the individual player. He believes Clark has become that type of figure for women's basketball, helping introduce millions of new viewers to the WNBA. These legendary voices aren't simply praising Clark's talent. They're talking about her influence, the expectations placed upon her, and the challenges that come with becoming one of the most recognizable faces in professional basketball. Whether people agree with every opinion or not, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. When Hall of Famers from across the NBA keep weighing in on the same player, it's a sign that her impact has reached far beyond the court. The conversation didn't stop there. According to some former NBA players, Caitlin Clark's impact goes far beyond her scoring ability. They argue that her arrival has coincided with bigger television audiences, increased sponsorship interest, and improvements such as charter travel that many players had long hoped to see. Whether people agree with every claim or not, one thing is hard to ignore. Clark has become one of the biggest stories in basketball, yet with all of that attention has come constant scrutiny and physical play. Hall of Famer George Gervin questioned why one of the league's biggest attractions continues to find herself at the center of so many controversies. His message was simple. If someone is helping elevate the sport, the entire basketball community should recognize that value rather than lose sight of the bigger picture. Then Matt Barnes entered the conversation, and as usual, he didn't hold anything back. Barnes has built a reputation for saying what many others won't, whether on television, podcasts, or social media. When discussing Caitlin Clark, he praised the way she changes the game every time she steps onto the floor. Barnes pointed to Clark's ability to push the pace, reward teammates in transition, and create easy scoring opportunities with her passing. Players run the floor harder because they know she can find them with pinpoint accuracy. Defenders are forced to adjust, teammates become more aggressive, and the entire offense plays with greater confidence. In Barnes' view, that's the mark of a true franchise player. He also weighed in on the criticism surrounding Clark, suggesting that some of the reactions toward her go beyond basketball. Barnes shared his personal opinion that race is part of the public conversation, while acknowledging that people will have different perspectives on the issue, regardless of where fans stand. He argued that Clark has become a lightning rod for debates that extend far beyond wins and losses. Former NBA legend Isiah Thomas took a different approach. Rather than focusing on headlines or controversy, he broke down Clark's game from a basketball standpoint. Thomas highlighted her deep shooting range, elite court vision, and ability to create opportunities for everyone around her. To Thomas, Clark's greatest strength isn't simply putting points on the board. It's the way she transforms an entire offense. Her passing changes spacing, forces defenses into difficult decisions, and allows teammates to play with more freedom. Those are qualities that Hall of Fame point guards immediately recognize. Patrick Beverley also offered strong praise, though in his own straightforward style. Known for his relentless work ethic and defensive mindset, Beverley said Clark has handled enormous attention without changing who she is. He criticized some of the public criticism directed toward her and argued that her impact on the WNBA is impossible to ignore. What impressed Beverley most wasn't the headlines. It was Clark's approach. He described her as someone who puts in the work behind the scenes, spending countless hours improving her game instead of getting caught up in outside noise. To a player who built his career through relentless effort. That's one of the highest compliments he can give. Then came Charles Barkley, and his comments instantly grabbed headlines. Barkley argued that the WNBA should appreciate the attention Clark has brought to the league while continuing to support all of its stars. He pointed to increased television exposure, larger audiences, and greater public interest, saying the league has an opportunity it cannot afford to waste. His overall message was clear. Moments like this don't come around often. Whether fans love Clark or criticize her, the attention surrounding her has changed conversation around women's basketball. Barkley believes the focus now should be on building on that momentum instead of allowing unnecessary divisions to overshadow the growth of the sport. Taken together, these Hall of Famers and former NBA veterans are making one larger point. They see Caitlin Clark as a player whose influence extends beyond statistics. They believe she has helped attract new fans, generate fresh excitement, and push women's basketball further into the national spotlight. The debate over her impact will continue, but one thing is undeniable. She has become one of the defining stories in modern basketball. What do you think? Has Caitlin Clark already changed the future of the WNBA, or is her biggest impact still ahead? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest basketball coverage.